the aftermath of any high storm is mainly your friends, family, those around you hunkered down within your home, shelter of any sorts, and waiting, patiently waiting for the Almighty to complete the task in which he cleanses Roshar with water, waves, and creme. However, you have done something that most sailors deem impossible, and that is for but a moment within a high storm, you survived on open water. But with that came consequences. As you made it into a protective cove at the last second, your ship took a massive amount of damage. And what we'll do is we will pivot our camera to Zavren, who was on the deck of the ship when this happened. And now understanding and calculating the damage to the ship, you start to hear moans and groans from underneath the deck, wondering what the damage is, possibly the crew as well.
As he hears these sounds of potential injured, do you have all that down, Pier?
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's find out what's happening down there. Mara's probably already started cooking.
I'll go tend to the injured, check on the other precious cargo.
And as
And
you make your
yeah, no, I was gonna say, and I was
yeah,
gonna head down to the cargo.
Zavern, you make your way. You untie yourself from the mast as you see that it is snapped. It's not fully like broken down, but it is snapped. So that is damage that gonna take a while to fix. Um, you also start making your way down. Thend is like talking to the first mate, discussing what the plans are for the ship. Basically, this is one of those situations where you recoup, recover, figure out what's going on. So basically, observation and reconnaissance for the most part, just in the ship. You walk down, and you see around you the amount of people within your ship has doubled. That being your crew, and then the refugees from Vedenar that were able to be collected by Then and your crew. Try to find some safety out of the other storm that was happening, which was the battle in Vedenar. With that, you see in the corner a familiar face. Sasha, you're holding on to your bag and box. And for the most part, you guys were jostled around a bit, but you guys were able to like hold on to the hull of the ship and keep yourself sturdy. Others within this space, a little worse for wear. If you could give me Zavren as well as Sasha, give me just a quick perception check.
Uh, yeah, sure. Let's do that. That is 7.
Okay.
That
You
is
and Box are
also a
okay.
7.
You look around, it's mainly what you hear than what you see. The storm light of people's the lamps around the ship itself, as well as within people's purses, show a few people have a couple bruises across their bodies. A few have literal arrows themselves sticking out of them from possibly just being attacked and then making them their way onto the ship. They haven't had it. You've bandaged a few of them before we went off, but they're still like struggling from being jostled around by a storm. Uh, Lysnari, for the most part, you are safe, but at the same time, what you two notice is that Lysnari next to you, the Palessa, is unconscious.
Is she okay?
I'm not sure. She hasn't gotten up yet. Can I do like a medical check or something?
Absolutely. You were both jostled around. There's a lot going on. People went flying. You go ahead and give me a deduction, or I believe it's medicine.
Could I also do a medicine check?
Absolutely.
Same bonus either way for me. Oh, that one is. Oh. I know nothing. That was a natural 1 plus 2, 3.
An 11.
You notice Palessa has her. She has that hood that she wears on her head, and it seems to be soaked. At first, you think it's been raining Highstorm, but then you realize your hand itself is covered in blood.
Oh shit.
Sasha,
Yeah.
in my cabin, medical kit.
On it. I will poke around for what I assume to be whatever is the most science-y / medically cabin.
It's got a big red plus on the side. Make it easy for you.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And grab a medical kit.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
Zavren, what does Sasha see in your?
You see in his cabin, he has various, very similar to the room where the vault was. There are different types of hammers and tongs. There are what appears to be the oh my, what are they called? The tuning forks. Different kind of lenses, holders. You spot a pair of big leather gloves on one of the workbenches. It's very tight in here for you. For Zavren, he probably can turn around in this room, and that's about it. His working conditions are very cramped on this ship.
So very small. Got it.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of like note it, kind of appreciating a fellow nerd, and then run back with the kit.
As you're doing that, Lysnara Zavra next to you, this small, I wouldn't say impish, but a little preteen that was sitting with Sasha kind of walks up to both of you. Is there anything I can do?
Box, right?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I've had better days.
Are you uninjured?
Storms. As he looks around at a lot of folks here are injured, even after you worked on them. Now they're injured from just the storm itself.
Mm-hmm.
Worlds above, for some reason, yes.
Good. Go around and with your kind of just natural sense, we're going to do something called triage.
Triage.
Triage, yes. Go around, talk to the folks. Bumps, bruises, those are 1. Cuts, bleeding, those are 2. Unconscious, close to death, that's 3.
Okay,
Any 3s, you come to me immediately.
Okay. And he starts muttering ones, twos, as he kind of scampers off and starts walking around.
Now let's
Maybe I
look
should help.
squeamish around blood.
Me? What? I mean, not really. Not usually.
Your help is much appreciated. Thank you, Lysnari.
Okay.
And with that, Sasha, you come back to Zavren as he's working. Uh, you take the medical supplies from Sasha. Go ahead and roll me a medicine check for Palessa's
I'm
situation.
going to use 1 pip of my surgical supplies. So that
All right.
adds a +5 to my already +5 medicine roll.
Also,
Woo!
not that Sasha would necessarily try to work on her, but would try to see if they could figure out what's going on. So I would like to also roll medicine.
Okay, go for it. 2 medicine checks.
That is 21 total.
All right. I'll have you roll with advantage, Zavren, as well as your basically expertise at this. We're looking for 14's good here.
24.
24. Sure enough, you notice that Palessa has a cut across the side of her head, and that is most of the blood itself seems to have dried up, but she is still going to need stitches. Sasha,
Hmm.
you've seen blood before, but it's always interesting how fragile the human body is when it comes to keeping all of the stuff that needs to stay inside the body inside the body. And
Yeah.
if there's one moment where things don't go how they're supposed to, everything starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
I need you to go to that barrel over there. Get me a bowl of water.
I'll do it as requested.
And as you get back, in the bag, small vial, milky white substance, knobweed.
Around, pull it out, hand it over, being very much the surgeon's assistant in this moment.
Palessa, can you hear me?
No response, mostly groans.
You need stitches. Are you okay with that?
Mainly just heavy breathing. But you know she needs stitches before the rot sprint starts to go up.
So he will wash out the forehead wound first with the water, apply the knobweed sap to her temple. Here we go. And he
And
will
as
start to
you
stitch her forehead.
and in that moment when you're getting the knobweed, you notice you finally realize after working on so many people today, you are running low. That was probably your last amount of knobweed base. And with the 24 from earlier, the stitches themselves are easy enough to handle. You see other crew members are kind of you've taught them little bits of what to do in an emergency, and Fox is running around. He doesn't shout about any threes, but he kind of puts up a finger for every person he kind of like runs by. And then you start to get a very familiar smell within the space. Kauta. As you realize that Mara has started cooking.
So, Box, what do we have?
There's a few twos. That light eyes over there. Probably a one, but they keep finding. Kind of annoying.
We treat anyone here. And I seem to be out of knobweed sap.
Oh, the one guy needed to talk to you up here.
Yes.
Like he was downstairs, and you just start hearing a bunch of swearing and shouting, from Then and Pier coming from below decks. All of you would.
Sasha's gonna run down and see what's going on.
Mhm. You sprint down, Lysnari.
Yeah.
With that, you kind of start hearing. Give me a perception check. Give me another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
As
Perception.
Sasha, Zavren, are you staying where you are with Palessa?
Once the stitches are done, he will move on to the other injured. Even though he's at a
Gotcha.
knobweed, he can still wash the wounds and bandage them.
Gotcha.
19 plus 4, 23.
You hear a couple of the refugees kind of whispering and murmuring. "Ugh. Needing to be saved by a dark eyes in this scenario. How embarrassing. Once we get to suitable environments, I'll have the captain get us to Carbranth, possibly. Drop us off there. Place is disgusting. As well as you hear a couple in the corner, kind of to themselves, huddled to themselves. "Well, maybe they need some assistance or some help. You're a fisherman. Possibly we can get some food. There's so many people, and you never fish right after a storm. I don't know. It's usually much bigger things in the water than just fish after a high storm, love. Uh, and then also you smell the strange aroma of uh, some sort of food that you yourself, I don't know. Have you been to the northern areas of Jah Keved?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, then
I had to go there from the Rushy Isles to
okay
get to
then
the city.
you would also notice the smell of chowder coming from the galleys.
Oh, Lysnari's eyes light up at that, because she is super ready to eat, but she has a job. So she's hearing all of these different things happening around, and here's what she presumes is a group of light eyes being a little bit petulant.
Hmm?
What do they look like? Are there many of them or just a few?
It's just two, and it
Just
seems
two.
like one talking to the other, a gentleman, and you assume possibly his wife, safe hand guarded,
Hmm.
um, kind of hair kind of tied up in a bun at the top for her, uh,
Mhm.
tan skin, some Alethi mixed with Jah Keved features in
Okay.
both of them, but very
Yeah.
bright brown eyes, each of them. Very fine
Ah,
clothing.
I see. I think Lysnari would kind of she's not being sneaky. She is just approaching these light-eyed individuals to essentially, check in on them like, "Yes, are both of you unharmed? Are you doing all right? We're going around doing the checks on everyone to make sure nobody's too terribly harmed."
The gentleman kind of flinches as he did not hear you coming up to him.
Hmm.
Uh, kind of hands covered in gems for the most part. Uh,
Hmm.
he seems like with the threads that he has on, he seems like some sort of trader or merchant of sorts.
Ah, my favorite kind of person.
Oh, yes, brightness. We are safe, secure. We're just in such an interesting situation as what we found ourselves. We are just hoping for all this madness to end as sooner than later.
I see. Well, if there's anything in particular you need assistance with, anything you need to say.
Oh, but yes, do you have a way of communicating with the captain? How long should this situation? Possibly a few hours, and then we could be on our way.
I suppose that depends on if there's any extensive damage to the ship, but I should have that information here shortly.
Uh, his, who you assume to be his wife, kind of speaks up. I mean, this is their job to fix things, to sort. They live on a ship for the Herald's sake. It shouldn't take them that much time. What is this Highstorm, if anything?
Brightness, may I ask, have you spent much time on the sea? Perhaps, have you ever spent time on the sea during a high storm?
No.
Is this your first time as well? Okay. I think this is a little bit unprecedented. So perhaps we have the, what is it your Vorin religion calls it? The virtue of patience. And I will have that information for you shortly.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. That is a 23.
What with that 23?
Yeah.
Force brightness. We can only hope to be as patient as the heralds themselves in such dire situation.
I completely agree. And thankful that we have our very lives. I know I'm thankful. And she will turn on her heel and go back to where she smells food, and or if she sees the others up and about.
As you're kind of like walking in the direction of food, you can see this kind of it's as if she has a joyous spring in her step, even with the scenario that you all are in right now. Light brown hair, brown skin, and as she is stirring this pot, you see that her nails are kind of she's stirring a pot with one hand, and with the other hand she's peeling these fruits with her nails, just with the nail itself, and like cutting it open. She has a smile that kind of takes over her entire face, and she looks up at you with her dark purple eyes. She goes, "Oh, how are you doing?"
Oh, doing well. That smells delicious.
"Oh, thank you. It's just a bit of chowder. Name's Amara."
Amara, I'm Lysnari. Do you need help?
"Oh, yes, if you could, Brightness, if you could." And she'll take like a few plates. One plate at first in your hands, then two, then and she starts stacking them. She's like, "Now I know
Yeah.
plenty of people are gonna be hungry. If you could just be wonderful and start giving this out to those lovely folks out there." They kind of looks
All
back,
right.
and you notice she's sighing, looking over at her space, which is also low on resources after giving you those places.
What kind of resources?
Like food itself, like the fruit that she has, there's maybe like 2 or 3 in like the bowl that she had them all in, and then in that pot she's kind of, you hear like the spoon kind of clanking on the pot as it's like almost empty.
Okay. Noted. And I'm gonna start handing food out to people. Do I need to do some kind of check to balance all these damn plates?
I will give you that for free, because as you start
Yay.
stumbling and realizing these might be a little few too many plates for you, Box kind of like swings in. I can help with that.
Oh, thank you so much.
And as that's happening, Sasha and Zavren, you start making your way down. You hear the shouting, you hear the swearing, storms and heralds out of context all over the place, and your feet splosh into the steps as the next floor down in the ship is
we're
kind
taking
of
on
half
water.
water. And in the distance, further back into this floor of the ship, Zavren, you see Pier kind of like hammering in like damage into the hull, trying to like basically set up with this kind of creme substance and try to block out this massive hole that's kind of like shooting out water at him. Then's trying to assist him, and they're just shouting. You see this massive guy, bald head. He's not a part of your crew. You're assuming he's also a refugee, kind of like holding this massive piece of wood that you guys would use in scenarios like these to kind of like press against the hole itself to keep water from coming in, and he's like holding that as they're trying to fix this.
What's the
Sasha.
damage? Oh, sorry.
Okay. No, I was literally just gonna say Sasha would look over to Zavren and say, "Do you have a carpenter on board?"
Yeah, that's them. And points to Pierre
Yeah.
as Pierre is hammering and trying to clog the hole.
Alex, tank then. Just keep the damn lamp steady. As he's like, and is holding a bunch of like, spears to like try and assist here as much as possible. But there's water shooting out at both of them. Spears are falling in the water. Then kind of turns around, points to you, Zavren. You need to get rid of this water as soon as possible. As I shift into Then's voice.
How
but
far? Oh, question for
buckets.
you, GM.
Yeah. Mhm.
Are we beached? Are we still in the water? Kind of where are we?
You guys are like, from what you understand, looking out when you were on the deck, you looked as if you were like on the edge of rock and sand, but from what you're seeing here, you're still in the water.
Got
Like
it.
the whole ship isn't out of water. So if you take in enough water, then it's gonna get pulled back into the ocean, and then there's more problems. So
Got it. Buckets on it.
absolutely. And Sasha, he would look to you as well, and just, we need to get rid of this water. And I would
Sasha.
like for you two to make me what kind of role you believe would assist in this.
I don't. For the speed of unloading this, survival.
Okay,
That sound good?
that sounds great. Zavren, what about you? Oh, he's thinking.
I'm thinking real world.
Mm-hmm.
Would Zavran, as a artifabrian, engineer, scholar, would he know how to make like a siphon? Would he understand physics of a siphon?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
I know you're not far into Stormlight, but there's a lot of science he puts into the fake science.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Get buckets.
My roll is a 4, so
Oh.
did not go very well.
Fantastic. Good to know. Good to know.
I need to find a hose or something. Then, do we have a hose on board?
We have a hose on board. Somewhere, probably in here. There's just water rising slowly, but steadily.
Yeah, is there a bilge pump?
Yes, you guys would definitely have something like that on the ship.
So I am
Oh.
I'm gonna roll crafting to see if I can make some sort of siphon or like kick the bilge pump into overdrive.
Fantastic. All right, go ahead and roll that. And the reason I got y'all rolling so much is each success is assisting in how many pips I'm putting into this clock.
That is
Yes, the clock.
a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Diving down into the water, which is so cold.
Oh yeah.
You are able to manufacture something to start getting rid of the excess water that's within this portion of the ship. This whole process all together, helping out the wounded, Lysnari, you sending out the food out to the people, having conversations, trying to keep morale high with Mara and Box. And Sasha, you trying to assist as best you can, but this is your first time on a ship. And this is the worst time to be on a ship, honestly.
Yeah.
You all, it takes a few hours, and during this time, it is also some of the worst time of the storm, which is the actual, like, heavy winds, as well as outside, if you weren't in this cove, rock as well as possibly some of the trees would be flying around. But this cove protects you as you kind of try to stabilize the ninth light while you're all in the storm. In that time, Zavren, you are given enough of a beat to realize that Palessa is suffering from a mild concussion, and though unconscious, is just now just sleeping and resting. Eventually, the water is ejected from this part of the ship. The damage is still there, however, Gear is able to deal with the massive hole in the side of the hull, as well as you guys kind of take a beat, come back to the first floor with everyone else kind of huddled around, and as Mara kind of hands out the last of the chowder to yourself and her husband, then you guys kind of all sit around, then kind of like sighs. All right, what's the damage, everybody? Gear kind of speaks up. Well, besides the mast, damage down stairs. I'm all out of rem for the most part. I'm gonna need to restock my supply before I start working on the mast, but it's gonna take me about a day, Captain, before, if not more, to do the repairs. But this guy came in handy, and he kind of slaps the larger gentleman. And now that you see, this is just a lot of person. Around 6'7", just hulking man. He kind of ducks his head down. He's but when he speaks, it's kind of like a soft, bashful voice, and he just speaks up and says, "Well, I worked the docks in Vednar for most of my life. Any heavy lifting here I can do, but if you need me to go out there," and he kind of like points out into or to the hall at this point, because you guys are still inside, I probably wouldn't be of much help. I've never been out of the city in general. Let me find his name, because I lost it. Dor.
He has a name.
Door?
His name is Dor. Dorr.
Fitting name for
Box
a
and
very
door.
large man. Yeah, right?
Box is my fault.
I love Box.
You could say my father wasn't the most creative of men when it came to naming me. But
Nonsense. We appreciate your help nonetheless.
Mara kind of speaks up. Yeah, well, Jim Hart, I have some bad news. Seeing as how we're dealing with double the people we usually do, such trying times, I have run out of a lot of the food that we were expecting. So, it's either gonna be some very bland curry for a little while, but also my rice stock have a lot of water in them right now, so they're probably not going to last either. Then kind of like scratches the back of his head, twirls his eyebrow a bit. Any more bad news? Zavren?
Palessa has a concussion, but she'll be fine.
Yes. Outstanding. A knocked out Auden. Yeah. That's probably a message.
Sasha just kind of tilts their head at that, like, what kind of message would that possibly be? But doesn't
A terrible
say
one.
anything.
A terrible one. Then kind of like, all right. Passions say if we want something bad enough, then we'll get it. So, I want to get the hell off this spot and head out back into the ocean in a safe way. Here, is there a way we can get this hunk of junk moving for the next Highstorm? here just I mean, the repairs themselves, they're gonna take about 2 days. We have what, 8 more days before the next high storm. Where are we trying to head? Bro? Storm. That's asking for a lot.
What do you need?
There's a mixture of clay and creme that helps stick. It sticks very well to the ship to make sure that all the holes plug up. I can keep the mast at least from snapping completely in half. And then we can kind of limp our way to Carbron. But I don't know if we can do it in a few days, nonetheless. And then you hear Mara. Yeah. I mean, any food you find out there, if that's the plan, is the plan to go out there, explore?
I can take the rowboat to shore. What if we fasten the mast with some sort of metal rivets or something? Would that hold outside of a high storm?
Your kind of nods. Yeah, that makes sense.
I need to find a metal. I need to find metal in a country under civil war. That won't be easy. But maybe I can find some leftover weapons, make a makeshift forge on the shore, melt them down. I'll think of something.
That's asking for a lot, but you've made miracles happen, Zavren. I wouldn't lie to you and say you didn't. Oh. Mishar's breath. Alright, I'm gonna see what other damage is down there, and he'll kind of like drop back down to the second floor. Door follows. And then Mar kind of scooches up to Zavren. You gonna be alright out there? Gonna go by yourself?
I'll be fine. I'm not going by myself. These two are coming with me.
Oh, wonderful. I like her. And she'll point to Lysnari.
Lysnari, who's probably doing something else, not paying attention to this conversation at all, turns around like, what?
You're coming with me to shore.
Oh,
Yay!
she's acting a lot more happy about that situation than I thought.
I don't think she's used to being crammed up in ships.
Oh.
Not knowing anything about Lysnari.
Yeah. Oh, but that one right there, they seem a bit excited as well.
I like to
Looking at Sasha.
capable. Definitely capable.
Sasha just side eyes and then shrugs.
What I want to know is Sasha like seasick? Or are
No,
they just
I don't think
not
so.
familiar? Okay.
I mean, if you want me to roll, I could GM, but I don't think Sasha would be
I'll-
particularly
Nah,
motion
we don't
sick.
have to roll for that. You guys literally, if you've ever actually been out to sea
I'll just
during the
ask them.
storm, we would know real quick.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
Sasha, as you kind of like side eye, Mara catches your eye and she goes, "Oh, make sure you finish your chowder, love. I don't know if you're gonna be eating anything soon after that, so make sure full bellies." As you have this bread that's kind of filled with meat and gravy, kind of in your hands. You've heard of chowder because Hardazian lands are to the north of Jah Keved, but it's the very north. If you're for the audience out there, it is literally from like Florida compared to Maine is where Hardazian would be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll finish this dinner before heading out.
You look to your side, and Box is literally just licking his fingers from finishing his just so fast. And then he kind of sees you looking at him, and he's,
Zavren will give half of his bowl to Box.
kind of looks to you, Zavren, nods his head, and then like keeps his head down.
You'll make a good doctor one day. Thank you for helping, Box.
Don't doctors have to read?
You can go to school for it.
Doesn't that cost spheres?
It does.
You ever know me not to have spheres on hand, Box? You'll be fine.
Seems like a lot of spheres. I can think of better things to spend on spheres than learning how to read.
Are you two ready to go?
Oh yeah,
need-
I'm ready.
I need to use your cabin first.
We have toilets on deck.
I need privacy.
Why in my cabin?
It's nice.
Give me a minute. And Zav will go in, and he closes the door behind him, and he walks out of the room, and he slumps a very ornate metal and gold embellished warhammer on his shoulder. Might need this where we're going.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I guess. Maybe.
Can you fight?
Me?
Yes.
I mean, I know how to use a weapon, kinda.
And your choice of weapon?
Oh, I prefer, like, staves, if possible. Something that's not sharp and pointy. I don't want to make people bleed. Necessarily.
Maybe we can find you a branch.
Oh, I have something. And she pulls from, like, her bag this little cylindrical thing, and she clicks something on the side, and it extends into, like, a full staff.
Oh.
See? It makes a good walking stick, too, if you need it.
Handy.
Quite the staff. Sasha, my room is yours. Don't make a mess. And
Great.
don't steal anything.
You can check my pockets on the way out. Sasha will go in, close the door, and get out their span read and write to G. Mission. Oh, I guess I'd have to wait for him to respond, but I'm hoping that he is available, knowing that this was going down. So I'm going to flip the ruby, hoping that he is ready.
Evens or odds, Sasha?
Evens.
Okay. So what are you writing?
Mission successful.
As you write that and complete it, you wait not but 2 minutes. You kind of hear the like shouting and bustling of the people on the other side as Then kind of explains to the refugees as well as the sailors like what needs to be fixed. If anybody knows how to sew, like fixing the sails themselves, as those have also been torn. Anyone who can help out Pierre, help him out. But you wait a few minutes and then you start to feel the span reed begin to write as it glows. Well done, my little asset. Where does this journey take you? Are you still in Vadenar?
Sasha will pick up and say, answers first. You promised.
Okay. Give me... Are you doing persuasion or intimidation?
Writing. Probably persuasion first, and
Right.
seeing how he responds. If it does not go well, we'll probably go to intimidation.
Go ahead and roll.
It's not amazing. That is 7.
7 with a 7. I cannot tell you everything you wish to know in but one letter. Make your way to Cobroth, and I can tell you so much more.
Sasha thinks and is trying to decide if this is the moment where they actually make a stand and finally tell this man no. And eventually takes a deep breath. I'll meet you in Carbronth. But first, you need to tell me what it is I just stole for you.
One word. Possibility.
Frustrated and like Sasha's just tapping the pen on the paper, like irritated, probably transmitting it unwittingly. Eventually just writes fine and turns off the span read. And opens the door, kind of in a huff, and looks at Zavren and say, okay, let's go.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah, I only had to take a piss.
You're joking, right?
Just smile.
Let's go.
Zavren, Sasha, Lysnari, you take one of the rowboats and you're within this cove and you can hear the winds of the Highstorm starting to subside and calm down a bit. And walking through this cavern itself, you think back, Zavren, to being on the deck and just the fact that your navigator could find this one spot, this perfect spot, and for it to have been perfect in the way of protecting you from this high storm, as all the stars seem to have aligned, or the heralds were looking down at you, you feel safe. And as you get that feeling, you kind of look out to an opening of this cavern, a small hole, and where you were expecting maybe a small town of Vadenar or something, you just see rocks and foliage, as this space seems to be a wilderness in the space of Jah Keved. You guys have found yourselves on a coastal jungle space.
Well, finding metal might be difficult, but food might be easier. Either of you good at scavenging?
I mean, yeah, I know some basic survival skills. I could probably take a look.
In a city, maybe, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Let's keep walking.
I need, as we start this discovery endeavor.
No, yay!
As you guys are walking and passing the basic, or leaving the coastline, of Jah Keved and head further into this denser jungle space, you notice how the plants themselves within Roshar understand the high storms just as well as you do. As you start to see, as the storm itself starts to calm, the trees, which have basically grown themselves to be able to lay down during a high storm, start to slowly bring themselves back up off the ground, kind of like a second bloom of sorts. You start to see rock buds kind of open up as the flower portions of them uh, open up, and the rock portions are kind of rooted to different stones around you. As the high storms do destroy as they make their ways through Roshar, but you also see the land around you also starting to heal. With that, you all have 3 things specifically you need to be trying to find while out on this search. One of them being a way to fix your damaged ship, fix the ninth light, which is, from what Pierre said, some sort of creme. Zavren also said if you can find some sort of metal. You also have, Mari has said that she is low on food. And Zavren, you yourself know that you are also low on medical supplies.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these things are ways in which you can find successes in this endeavor. And depending on your role, we'll see what you find. So you make your way through these jungles. You see rocks that themselves, maybe like a fourth the size of the ship itself, have kind of been tossed through the storm recently and are in separate places. As the land around you awakens, anybody shout out what you'd like to do, what you'd like to try to find, and we'll roll on it and see what happens.
I would love to use insight to think about, if I'm thinking about natural geography, where creme might accumulate after a high storm.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, it might be easier to find after a high storm because it'll be where the water is pooling, I think. So, yeah. I will roll insight to try to figure that out. That is a dirty 20.
Ooh,
Dirty 20.
nice.
You're absolutely right. You're looking for any areas that would have, because you heard Pierre say something about clay. You're looking for any areas that would like create a pool of creme, because creme is all throughout the storms themselves as well. The creme literally is falling from the sky. So you are looking for a small pool of some sort. The best way to find that in a jungle you've never been in, maybe it's kind of like a city. How do you find
Yeah,
location?
so
some
looking
height.
for a vantage point, yeah.
Mhm.
Whether that's tree or if there's cliffs or something of that sort, either way, looking to just either the highest trees or cliffside or a hill, if anything like that.
Absolutely. You find this as you guys are kind of walking more and more into the land, so heading west. You find a massive stone that kind of, not on purpose, but the way it's cracked and the way that the roots of these different plants have kind of weaved their ways into the cracks of this rock, it's easier to climb. And so you believe you'll find a lovely point of height in which to climb this rock.
All right, let's do it.
You climb the rock. You see out in the actually, give me a perception check as you're climbing this rock.
Okay. That is a 5.
Oof.
A 5. You're climbing the rock and you kind of slip as you placed your hands in a spot that you thought were cracks at first because you were kind of like moving faster than you probably should be on wet stone. But then you realize those aren't cracks. It looks similar to writing.
Oh. That's interesting. I guess I would stop climbing and then just kind of see if it's a language that I can read.
Absolutely. With that, both Zavren and Lysnari, what are you doing as Sasha just shoots up a rock?
I am definitely searching for the natural items that we can use. So, preferably food, but also since I know what knobweed is, looking for that as well.
Absolutely.
Whatever I can get.
Right. What would you like to use in your repertoire? Make that.
I
roll.
think I would like to search around using my basic survival skills.
Okay, survival it is.
So I'm
Go for it.
foraging, which I think, is
We're still
nested
sticking
under
to
survival.
14s.
Okay.
Chat, we have leveled once.
Sticking to 14s. Are we doing plot die for these since this is an endeavor?
Yes. I'm so
Okay.
sorry. Go ahead and roll that as well. Secondary,
Oh.
Sasha.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
It was blank for me.
15 plus 3, so 18, and then I got on the die a opportunity.
Nice. So, what you find is we'll say that you find enough. That's 2 successes so far. We are looking for just 4 for this. You find a bunch of knobweed. You're assuming enough to I mean, you can talk to Zavren. Zavren, Lysnari comes to you as you guys are like foraging and everything, and you see a bounty of knobweed in her possession.
Well, you can't eat it, but I can definitely use that.
I knew you needed it, so oh, do you need vials?
I have one on me.
Oh, okay. And she'll just hand it over to you.
What did you get again?
I got an 18 total.
18
And then
total?
I got the good symbol.
Opportunity die. Nice.
Opportunity.
The good symbol.
I got the one that means it's good.
Nice. Zavren, things are starting to look up.
Yeah.
There's like a light, not a light drizzle. It's like raining.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, but it's not as terrifying as what you've just recently lived through. But it is raining outside.
Sure.
But what is Zavren looking for in this little hunt?
You know, they just ate, so food isn't immediately on his mind. He's looking for, you know, they're a little bit out of the cove, but essentially, and we're in essentially a jungle, but maybe some sort of, like, wrecked ship that maybe had washed up around here and is kind of, because we kind of just left the cove. So something that maybe some sort of chain that is on the shore that washed up. He's kind of like sitting back a little bit and trying to get a lay of the land.
Fantastic. Okay, what would you like to use in order to find that?
I want to use... We can do perception
Perception. Outstanding. Go for it.
with a stakes die. That is an 18 with the, as Mandy said, the good symbol.
Oh, outstanding.
Yeah.
So, what you find is footprints.
Oh.
Human-like footprints. They are heading a little bit deeper south than it is west. And as you kind of start following these footprints, and with 2 opportunity rolls and nothing but successes, I'm going to give this to you guys. You see larger footprints. A multitude of sorry, I have to look this up specifically. It kind of left my skull. Yes, a multitude of legs similar to a chul's,
Gremlins.
with
Or.
with your knowledge, being a sailor and rolling an 18, there's one type of creature that has 4 crab-like legs that you fear after a high storm, and that is called a cornac. And if you are a sailor and you find yourself ashore after a high storm, you want to get away from the shore as soon as possible.
Oh boy.
But it is in the direction of these footprints that you assume if there's footprints, there's people.
We have good news and bad news. What do you want first?
I like bad news first, because then there's something to look forward to afterwards.
I like that.
There's never good news.
One.
Sasha, you're still up there.
Are you
One
always
second.
like this? You know what? Actually, I don't want to know the answer.
She's looking out. There's never good news. Look at
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a cornac? Is that what you said?
Hold on. My pronunciation is terrible, chat. Cornac, yes.
There's a cornac around. It's a creature that comes out after high storms. It's pretty
Oh.
dangerous, yeah. Just to beat around the bush.
Okay.
The good
That
news,
sounds scary.
they can be feisty. Good news is
Oh.
there's also human tracks. So there might be someone around here that might lead us to something. What do you want to do?
Well, we still need food, right?
We need food, we need repairs.
Okay, well, we have creme. We have the sap. Yeah, we really just need food. I mean, can you eat them? I'm assuming Lysnari has never seen.
You've heard
a
sailors.
cornac.
You've heard sailors talk about them. Here, I'll give you a scenario of
Wildlife in the
sailor.
Reshi Isles is different, though, right?
Massively different.
Okay, yeah.
You think back to a sailor that was bringing up a cornac, and you said, "What's that?" And he says, brightness is terrible. 6 arms, 4 legs,
Oh,
walks sideways, massive, about the size of 2 chul's combined, 8 beady eyes looking down at you. Usually they hunt in packs. Gobble you up
I think-
whole.
I think she just vividly remembers going, "That sounds terrible. No thanks."
To answer your question, can you eat them? I'm sure you can. They are made of meat, after all.
Oh. Well, not that I want to meet one or eat one,
From
you
my,
know, just in case.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb. From my understanding, they're much more dangerous in the water than out, but they are still leggy and toothy.
So maybe we should go that way. She points in the way opposite of the footprints. You know, away from danger. That way. Maybe there's food this way, right? Maybe.
But if a Karnak is stalking someone, maybe they need help.
Oh, that's a good point. Yep. Okay, let's go investigate. she gets her little staff out. I don't know what this is gonna do against a big crab.
As that's
Stick 'em
happening,
in the eyes.
Sasha, you see this writing. If you are interested, go ahead and give me a history check to see if you know
Sasha
what
is interested,
that
and
is.
thankfully, my expertise is in philosophy and history, so I may not need a check depending on how niche this actually is, GM, but
This
you
one,
tell me.
this one, I'm asking for a whopping 16 DC, as it is not a part of the endeavor. A little treat.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
No,
What
it's a
check?
part of
Let
it.
me look.
Calm down.
It's history. Is there a history skill to even roll?
Sorry, is
I
it deduction? I believe.
there is
It's
a
when you play
deduction
too much
skill,
5e.
yes. Yeah, there is a deduction. I don't know what you'll do since I have expertise in history, if that will add anything to this or not, but you tell me. Because for basic history things, I will know it, but I don't know. It doesn't normally affect rolls.
This would not be basic history, so I need
Okay.
to roll.
Okay. That is unfortunately only a 10 in total.
A 10. You do not know what language this is, but one thing you do know is you saw similar writing very recently.
Like in the city / in the palace, maybe?
Not in the palace. Something you're carrying.
I'm gonna get it out and compare.
Hanging off the side of a rock?
Well,
You climbing up
This
a
is
rock
actually-
when
You're just carrying it around?
yeah. I never leave stuff anywhere.
That's fair.
In that case, GM, I have this awesome thing called a grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to just essentially, I'm not going to use it to climb, but I'm just going to shoot it into this rock just to secure myself so that I can get hands-free
Absolutely.
to get out the heart and compare the writing and see if it's the same.
Fantastic. The writing itself is not specifically the same, but you do notice certain
Pattern, syllables, letters
Exactly.
that look okay. I'm going to yell out, Zavren, can you come over here, please?
I'll be right back.
Sasha's about 20 feet in the air.
Yeah, he's looking up. What is it?
Catch. And Sasha will drop the heart.
Fantastic. Sasha, as you took the heart out as well as dropping it, you notice that it is humming.
Oh.
It's humming, and looking at it previously, it did look like it was damaged. Now it looks even more damaged.
Oh, it looks like it's become damaged by being in proximity with this thing.
No, like you haven't looked at it since.
Oh,
you
it
put
looks
in
like
there.
it's decaying.
Possibly. It just, you notice another fissure in this fabric.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it down to Zavren, and I'm gonna say, "You're a learned man. Do you recognize the writing on this?"
Same thing, DC 16.
Ten.
10. With a 10,
What is it?
they're trying to
writing?
understand the writing on the fabric.
Slash
With
the
it-
rock.
Yeah. With a 10, you do not know this information. You do not know this writing. What I will give you is the one person that you've met recently did have a mentor that studied this very well. And unfortunately right now is unconscious.
First off, why do you have this on you? And second,
Why wouldn't I?
look, I am not as seasoned of a thief as you are, Sasha, but one thing I will know, or do know, is you shouldn't take the spoils with you into the country that we stole it from. The ship is as safe as ever.
You don't know everyone on that ship. That's besides the point. The thing is humming, and it looks like it's rotting.
It does have many occlusions, yes. What is this?
I was hoping we could figure that out together after we repair the ship, or after we get the materials to repair the ship. I don't think this is normal.
I tend to agree. You're not... You didn't drop it, did you? You didn't...
No.
Okay. I just have to check.
I'm,
But no, to answer your question, I don't... They look like... I don't know. Glyphs, runes, some language. Not familiar with, though.
Can I take a look?
Oh, Lysnari, of course.
Oh, yeah, you seemed like a learned woman, too.
I am. What are we looking at?
Languages. You study much?
I study a lot. Let me take a look. So I have a couple of expertises that could potentially apply. Religion is one. Literature is another.
Literature.
I also have like pretty high. Where is it? I could do deduction or lore. My lore is pretty good.
Why don't you go for lore?
Okay. Do any of my expertises apply?
Do you have expertise in lore? Or what are your expertise again? I'm sorry, you said literature?
Literature and religion.
Yeah, Iriali, Thalen, religion, literature, and other stuff that's not applicable yet.
Literature could help with this.
Okay. That is... Okay. I gotta double check what I add. What do you add? Is it...
Lore, right?
additional expertise.
I mean,
What?
expertises don't actually add
Well-
anything to rolls, so that's
Oh, they
what's a
don't?
little, no, it's supposed to
Gotcha.
be if
I
you
guess
want...
to get more Lysnari lore, where would she get this literature knowledge from?
Probably libraries at home. And also
Okay.
keeping up on my reading during my travels.
I will say, what did you roll?
I got a 16 total for the lore roll.
16 total. 16 is the DC. Did you use your opportunity die as well? I'm sorry, plot die?
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to roll it for that one. Okay. It's blank.
Okay. So with that, you do not know what it says, but you have seen these before.
Oh.
This is, at least from we're looking at the heart. This is from the Dawn Chant.
Oh. Oh. That's interesting. Is this the thing you stole?
Fired. Yes.
So this is... And she, like, motions at the two of you. Are you guys, like, a criminal operation or something? Like...
I simply made a
We're
device for that.
We're acquaintances.
Yes. Do I look like a thief?
The best thieves don't.
I'll take that as a compliment.
She shrugs. Take it however you like. It's the truth. Except for you. You look like a thief.
Yeah.
Still hanging there. 20 feet. in the
Why don't you come down?
I say, hang on, I'm gonna try to find out where those footprints... What did you call that monster? Kornak?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find out where it went.
Give me a
Sounds like a
perception
curse
check.
word.
And whatever for the chat, what the Dawn chant would be, and what Lysnari would know the Dawn chant being, it is the language of the heralds.
Ah, finally a good roll again. 18.
18. You come up here. You see a couple pools in the distance in the same direction, south, that you kind of heard them yapping about down there. And as you look south, and as you're looking for this Karnak Rax, you see it's windy out, but what you also notice is a couple wind spren kind of pop out of some of the foliage behind Lysnari, and the wind is blowing one way, but that foliage seemed to have blown the other. And as you're making that face and looking, you see 6 large, long appendages come out behind those branches. And Zavren, as you all were having this very loud conversation, you watch as 4 eyes open up on what you assume to be the rock behind Lysnari, and then 4 more open up. And the Karnak snatches up Lysnari and the gem heart and begins crawling backwards as it's still holding her deeper into the jungle. And we will be right back after our break.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Hey!
What the
Guys, get your snacks, get your drinks. We're in a bit of a pickle. But
Someone's getting dragged off through the jungle.
But we'll be right back
It'll
after
be
the
fine.
break, and we'll figure all this out. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll be right back. And welcome back. Hope you got all your snacks, all your water, stay hydrated. We're about to get into some shenanigans. And by shenanigans, I mean trying to make sure Lysnari doesn't become an after Highstorm snack. Right before we do that, though, a little reminder, Breath Between Branches next Tuesday.
Correct.
Waiting for the nod. All right. And then on Thursday, our next episode of The Dying Storms. Those are the 2 shows coming up here on the Twitch channel. If you're not able to make either of those shows, that's a-okay. Just go to youtube.com/MagiRPG, and you'll be able to find the shows on there and catch up there. And if you would like to say, wow, Craig, that was kind of messed up how you just ambushed Lysnari like that, and you would like to speak to me, not just through the comments, but also, via Discord.
I want to talk to the manager.
I want to shake your hand. You can find us on our Discord, MagiRPG on Discord, where we talk about all these fun games we play, as well as other fun games we're excited to play soon, possibly. So find us there. Those are the main announcements. If you would like to assist in the wonderful art that we get to have for these wonderful games, feel free to donate. We appreciate you for that, and so do the artists that we ask to make this wonderful art as well. Okay. And with that, I need all of you, as this terrifying Karnak, about 3 times the size of any of you, comes up behind Lysnari, wraps its long appendages about the length of 2 of the oars that you used to row yourselves over here, wraps around Lysnari, and it kind of, just with a quick of its 4 legs, crawls backwards into the jungles of Jah Keved. I need you all to make me a wonderful discipline test.
Oh.
It's gonna be a DC 14.
Discipline.
Discipline? Okay.
Yes. As its terrifying ambush has kicked in.
Do these also have raise the stakes rolls?
Yes. Let's throw that in there.
I just put another point in discipline when we leveled up.
I'm so glad you asked for discipline. That happens to be one of my 2 highest stats.
That is
6.
a 26 with a complication.
That is a
All right.
15 with a blank.
Good.
24 with blank.
With the blank. Outstanding. At first, seeing such a horrifying sight kind of shocks you, but you're all able to focus in, and you are not slowed by your reaction of Lysnari being snatched away. The complication that ends up happening is, Sasha, what you notice is a little bit of the foliage you see moving besides the direction that Lysnari is going.
Probably another or something else. Yes. Okay.
All right.
I would just quickly. Obviously, the reaction is, for me, slide off the rock and chase. And in sliding down this rock, I would say,
It's a very steep rock.
yeah, I think there's another one.
All right. Zavren, what are you doing?
I'm chasing after Lysnari. Hammer in
Fantastic.
hand.
I'm guessing
Alright.
we should roll agility to chase this thing.
Absolutely. If chasing is what you're doing, agility would be the move. If you can debate me on athletics, feel free.
Nah, I want agility.
Okay.
I think while Sasha might be, because they're sliding off the rock and they're like, because they're 20 feet up, Zavren doesn't, like, he's like barreling through the branches. Like, he's like, what's his name? Like, Reacher through these branches.
Ooh, okay.
Like, he doesn't care if he's like, he's not trying to be agile. He's not trying to like dodge through them all. He's just chasing after where this Karnak had pulled her.
Fantastic. All right, so this is more of a chase, as we said previously. We are going to go for 6 successes compared to 3 failures.
Okay.
Alright.
And we're rolling plot dice.
You know it.
All right, so that for me, that's a 23 with a blank.
23 with the blank. Easily enough, Sasha, you slide down this rock, and the momentum of sliding down it and landing into the sand kind of gives you a little bit of a boost as you shoot through the bushes, and you see Lysnari like still in a shocked moment of what is happening, and like eyes are alight as 8 eyes kind of beadily look right back at you. Zavren.
So 14 with a complication.
14 with a complication. 14 has been our DC for all of these, so you still succeed. As you burst through the foliage, you see Sasha shooting through some branches and is kind of one step ahead of you. In doing so, not only does Sasha burst through the branches, but you see a second of these creatures leap through and is heading in your direction. But
My
with the
direction.
success, I will say you are like one step ahead, and you kind of dodge out the way. One of its appendages just wraps around a tree, kind of fixing it from going in the wrong direction. Kind of spins it, and it's like on your tail now. Lysnari, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I guess because I'm technically taking a slow. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter what we're declaring because it's still an encounter, right?
Mm-hmm. You can use your the talents you have as your character. You can
Okay.
Use whatever you would like.
I think what I'm going to do is, well, first of all, even though I have managed to remain calm from my
As you
check,
can.
I think I'm going to use rousing presence to be like, please save me. I'm not super strong. I can't do this myself.
And baby.
Please. And I'm baby. I use rousing presence on Sasha.
Okay.
Because it's only for one ally at a time. So choose an ally you can influence. They become determined until they benefit from that condition or until the scene ends, which is you can add an opportunity to a failed test.
Fantastic.
Got
That
it.
goes
Okay.
away after you use it.
Right. So
Okay,
and
so-
remember, both of you already have opportunity die. Yeah.
Oh, so I can do it again. Okay. Cool.
And that's one action. I want to see if I can kind of like pry out of the claw, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to hurt
Athletics.
it. I just want to like pry myself free.
Oh, that makes one of you. Okay. Go ahead and do
Shit.
athletics.
Would that be like shove?
No, just athletics.
Oh, just
This is still
athletics straight
skill
up.
checks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I have
Remember,
a
you have an
+0.
opportunity die.
I have a +0 to athletics. I do indeed. When you use an opportunity die, can you remind me? Do I also re-roll the plot die, or do I keep the plot die?
Keep the plot die as it
Okay.
is. It's mainly you're using it for advantage on your main roll.
Okay. The plot die is a 2, by the way, so that's a complication.
Okay, duly noted.
I'll roll the d20 again. Oh, that's so much better. 19 even.
19 even. You
Yeah.
take the staff and you stab it into one of the many eyes of this creature.
Let
It
me
dro-
out!
It drops its hold of you. The complication is as it drops a hold of you, the momentum of it dragging you, it's moving fast. You kind of stumble, you try to get your feet, you roll, and your head hits a branch of a tree. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, or
Ooh.
I believe it's bludgeoning. Don't quote me.
Probably bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And as you're like trying to come to your senses,
It's
you see
impact damage. That's what it's
impact damage. Thank you. As you're coming to your senses, you look up, you see Zavren kind of like her running towards you, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then out of the branches behind Zavren is another one of these creatures kind of like chasing him.
Thanks
As
for
a
the
free action,
raid.
can I go, oh no, there's more!
Absolutely.
And that's
Thank you
it
for the
me, I think.
raid. Wandering
for the raid.
DM.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Welcome, Raiders.
Playing some Cosmere RPG.
Fighting some big crabs.
Big
Yeah.
old crabs. Okay, so we have 3 successes. We need 3 more to end this. Go top of the round, because I don't have to roll anything for this scenario. I'm just going with what's
Yeah.
happening.
Mhm.
You have 2 Karnaks in the vicinity. You guys are all no longer restrained by any of them. However, you're still in a dangerous scenario.
Oh, yeah.
What is the plan?
So I don't know if this is going to be the full thing, but if it comes to the fact that I have to try to kill these things, I'm trying to figure out if they even have a weakness. Sasha/Frank's interpretation is they probably have a soft underbelly like most shelled creatures, and that would be the place. But I would like to, I guess, insight I would assume, and see if I can see if that looks like a
Study that.
weakness.
Yeah.
Insight
Yeah.
or perception, absolutely. Studying
Yeah.
while running from them is pretty hard, but you're
Yes.
quick-witted. You've been in scenarios where you had to run and think at the same time. Go for it.
Yeah, so let's see.
Same
Okay,
DC,
so
14.
It is exactly a 14. I rolled a 9, but I have +5. With a opportunity.
Fantastic. All right, with that, 2 things you notice. You see the creatures are... you just saw Lysnari pop them in the eye, and they kind of just freaked out and let go. You do see a soft underbelly. However, there's a lot of the little arms kind of like... I'm doing it by my chest, and that's not shown on the camera, but
Like
they're
this.
just kind of whittling, but you do see like a soft underbelly underneath that, but you got to get in there.
So
in
eyes
order
might
to
be
attack
easier.
that.
Okay.
second
Seeing Lysnari
thing you
fall.
see-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Second thing you notice is a like puff of smoke in the vicinity of some rubble in the about, we'll say, 50 yards away in the distance.
Of smoke in rubble.
It's like leading in. So you saw the smoke, and then 50 yards down, you see a bunch of rubble and like a small hole area that, for you, looks like an escape into a secluded area where these things probably wouldn't fit.
Oh, I see. Like a
Little
like
hiding
a
hole.
cavern. Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
like a cavern.
Okay. So seeing how Lysnari fell, you know, we're out here on our own. If this was in the city, Sasha thinks probably would just bail and leave these people, but they're trying not to be that person, so they're going to run to Lysnari and try to get her up and move to this little hidey hole as fast as possible. So
Alright,
essentially just go, like, grab her hand and, like, try to run. While, like,
fantastic.
trying to... And we'll get out, like, one arm on Lysnari and the other with a dagger trying to ward these things off.
Fantastic. Zavren, as Sasha had that step on you, they're able to lift Lysnari up. You're running. You feel this creature behind you. You kind of, every few steps, you hear the stabbing into the ground and the vibration of the impact of multiple of those appendages you saw earlier, kind of like trying to kill you. What would you like to do?
With his barreling after Lysnari, hammer in hand, he is going to use the opportunity that it has dropped her and it's kind of recoiled a little bit from her staff to the eye. He's going to swing at this thing.
Ooh, okay.
If Sasha sees you swing, I would just shout out, eyes or the belly.
Right for the
Hey,
face.
you see this man winding up. You definitely see that. Go ahead and make an attack.
And because I have expertise in Warhammers, I get the trait Momentum. If I move at least 10 feet in a straight line towards my target, I gain advantage on the attack.
Oh,
Fantastic.
outstanding.
So what I'm gonna say is go 14, as we've been doing this whole game. If you get to a 20 or above, something else awesome happens.
Okay.
Oh, excellent.
These rolls have been crazy tonight, y'all. I don't know why they're worried.
I mean, it had some bad ones too, but thankfully it hasn't hurt us too bad.
Oh! I spoke too soon.
No. That is a nat 20, 24 with an opportunity.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You can't get better than that.
Amazing.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
As you charge towards this one Cornac, the other one's still behind you. You kind of, at the last minute, get a great idea. You pivot and sidestep to gain your footing. The Karnak was not expecting that. The one from behind collides with the other one, and in that you like a shock put thrower, take your warhammer, get a quick 360 spin, and then pile your warhammer into the face of one of these Karnaks. With that, and with the momentum that you added to it, both of these creatures, with a ghastly, just like multitudes of those in the air, do a dance together, kind of mingled together and intertwined, fall to the ground, dust and sand kind of thrashing everywhere, limbs flying everywhere, kind of like spiders on their backs, kind of just thrashing at the air. This gives you guys enough time to leave, unless you want to fight two of these things. Another thing that you'll notice
I don't know, real quick, sorry, I don't know how much health they have, but I deal 14 damage to the one I hit.
Damn.
I imagine they probably have more life than that, but who knows?
Unfortunately, they do. Yes.
Yeah.
But that is a good chunk of one of their health. You see the one that you hit, like its face is caved in, like at least 4 of their eyes are completely like gone. But they are thrashing and trying to get back on their legs. You guys have enough time to either leave or continue fighting.
And you see after Zavren hits, like he does this kind of pirouette with his hammer, he kind of like stands to fight, and like you can tell this is a man who he's trained how to use this thing.
Oh, he's a fighter.
And with that, Zavren, in the back of your mind, this feels like the right call. This feels similar to how you stood up to that man who was using his chulls to block off civilians who needed to make their way out. And this way of protecting others when you have the ability, just there's something right to it.
Mm-hmm.
But you are also a learned man, and you understand that sometimes retreat is also a very,
Good
very
option.
logical
Yes.
option. Yes.
You can't fight another day if you're dead.
All right. What are we doing? That is 2 successes. Lysnari, it is your turn. You have 1 more success.
If Sasha indicated where to go, that's where I'm going, away from the scary things.
All right. What would you like
Yeah,
to use?
I
in
would
order
point.
To do
I'm running.
that? Running?
Yeah.
Give me agility.
No!
Don't
Don't ask for that!
You said you were running. Would
I'm
you
just
like to
using my
find a
movement.
better path?
Sure. Yeah. I'll see if I can find a better path. Is that insight?
That would be
Deduction?
insight or deduction. Yes, I would give those 2.
Okay. I'll take insight.
If you
That
can
sounds
debate it,
good.
I'll take it. You just gotta have a good reason for it.
Insight feels right.
All right.
Oh man, my rolls are stinky garbage right now. That is a total of 12 with a blank on the opportunity die.
Okay, you can take the failure, but I do know that
the
you
one
have
die.
a multitude of opportunity die, I believe, correct?
I had one, I think.
Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
you
and I
gave. I'm
used
sorry, you
it.
gave an opportunity to Frank. Oh, you already used it?
Yep.
Okay.
I used mine earlier when I re-rolled.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
With that, that'll be our first failure, and with that, the Karnak
Do I follow
kind
my
of
face?
as you're no, as you're trying to deduce. All right, beeline, but there has to be a better way. A better way. You stumble, but in stumbling, it also one of the Karnaks kind of figure their way out, lift themselves back up, and start beelining towards whoever is in the back of our running order. All right, and with that, who would like to go next? You have 1 failure, 5 successes.
I think it's Sasha's turn.
I'm going to look at Zavren. Is Zavren still holding his ground, or is he turned to like retreat?
If
That's up
you
to Savannah.
if you guys started to run,
Mm-hmm.
he would follow, but he would be the last one in the pack.
Okay. I will redirect Lysnari back on track and be like, get ready to squeeze, and would just make a beeline for this small cavern. What? No! There's...
Get ready to squeeze.
Cool one-liners. Get ready. We. Sasha has the best one-line, guys. Go ahead and roll. For it.
Agility.
Wow.
Ay. Okay.
Oh,
So that is a
you like that fun here.
a 13 with a blank, which would be a failure, but I get to use I'm
Your
gonna use
opportunity.
the thing that Lysnari gave me. On a failed roll, I can roll my my die. Is that right?
You
Yeah,
use
yeah,
opportunities. You can roll it
Okay.
again.
Damn it, that's a blank again. I'm gonna use my own thing, my thief skill, which I have not used before.
I'm sorry. What did you roll on your skill
A
check?
blank on my on the plot.
No,
on
no,
the...
you're not rolling the opportunity. I'm so sorry. You're re-rolling your roll.
Oh, rerolling my roll. Okay,
Yes.
my bad. All right,
Very
let's do that better. Oh my god, it's the same roll. I rolled another 9 + 4, which is 13.
All right. And do you have anything?
So I'm going to use my thief ability Opportunist, which is once per round I can re-roll my plot die.
Oh, and try and see if you can.
And I'm going to try to get a complication to increase
Just
this roll a little bit. It's a 1 in 3 chance, so you never know.
It's worth a try.
Nope, that's another blank. All right, that's a failure.
All right, and with that, Sasha. With that failure, you guys are at 2 failures and 5 successes. And there was no complication, but there is an issue, and that issue is both Cornex have now gotten back up. I'm going to assume, Zavren, you are in the back of said.
I'm so if Sasha is leading Lysnari to this little cave system, then yes, Zavren would have been behind
You know
them.
what? Thank you for saying that. But since Sasha's the one who failed, this is gonna happen to Sasha.
Oh no.
As you guys are running, you kind of hit a tree and stumble. Your grappling hook that was kind of latched onto you falls off into the sand. as
Oh,
you continue
man.
to run. So go ahead and relinquish yourself of your grappling hook.
Man.
I know that's a downer, but that is a failure. We could probably find it later on. We'll see.
Or I
what
can make you a
happens.
better one.
Exactly.
I don't know if
But
I'd
with-
call it the ones you made better, but we'll get there.
With that, Zavren, you
Fighting
are up,
words.
right? Talking about that to an art fabric.
When Sasha trips on this log or branch or whatever, do they fall over? Do they
Just stumble.
Just stumble?
Mhm.
How close are the Karnaks?
The Karnaks are behind you, maybe 2 or 3 feet.
Okay,
Like,
so they're
they-
close.
They're fast.
I have an idea.
All right, we love ideas. At this point, you guys would be maybe 25 yards. You made about halfway to the opening.
Sasha stumbles. Lysnari has bumped her head. As they are running, Zavren is going to Ooh, this is gonna be a fun one. Hopefully this works. Seeing Sasha stumble, Zavren's gonna put his mace kind of into the little straps on the back of his apron, and he's going to pick up both Lysnari and Sasha and kind of like lift them up and like linebacker charge to the hole.
Let's go. That sounds like an athletics
Oh.
if I've ever heard one. Oh my.
Big strong man.
Oh my. Looking for a 14.
I'm gonna use my opportunity die.
Yeah, you probably, that's a good move.
Much better. That is a 23. Do you roll? Oh, sorry, I forgot the stakes die. 1 second. 23 plus 0, and it's a blank.
All right.
So just
Outstanding.
a 23 flat.
Let's go. You come up behind both of your companions. Sasha kind of like stumbling, looking back, noticing the grappling hook's gone, and you scoop them up underneath their arms. Lysnari kind of holding her head as she's running. You're able to lift them up ever so gingerly,
I can lift
book it.
500 pounds. This says.
Oh, okay. Oh,
That's what the sheet says.
and with
Fucking
that,
Superman over here.
yeah, that's a strong boy. I've done that
We call
deadlift. It's
that
not fun.
corn-fed in the
Mhm,
Midwest.
mhm.
Yeah.
You lift both of your companions up, and even with knowing that information, your companions feel light. This feels like your job requires you to always be lifting. getting your gains. But for some reason, this feels as though you are being assisted by something else and guided in that manner. And as you run into this, the issue is when Sasha wasn't joking. This is a small area, and so what you realize at the last second is you're like, we're not all going to fit at the same time, and you toss Sasha ahead of you, knowing them to be the smallest out of all of you. And then after that, you kind of hold on to Lysnari, go head first, holding them to protect them, and all of you go into this opening, slam down into the space behind it, and then afterwards you look behind you, and slamming into that opening, you see a multitude of those appendages kind of like trying to reach for you through and just scraping at the ground and the wall around you. Few moments pass. It kind of, in annoyance, the arms begin to pull back, and then you are within this cavernous space, safe for the moment.
Those things don't play around. Ooh.
Let's never.
I can't believe
do
it
that
just
again.
picked me up.
I apologize. I should have asked if you're okay with it.
Oh, no, I meant the big crab thing.
Oh.
I'm glad you picked me up.
Yeah.
Remind me never to mess with one of those.
Stay away from beaches.
First time.
On a beach?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen one of those before, but I come from different beaches.
They're usually much more pleasant than that.
Those pleasant?
No, sorry, beaches.
Oh! She's just kind of like, okay.
Are you
Clearly
alright?
I hit my head a little too hard. I'll be okay, I think.
Do you want me to take a look?
By all means, you're the doctor. She, like, seats herself on a rock.
Well, there's no cut. I rolled an 18 medical check, just to... Yeah.
Thank you.
There's no cut. Just a bump.
Okay.
If you feel like going to sleep or you get extraordinarily dizzy, let me know. But you should be fine.
Okay, I can do that. I guess it makes sense that you're so strong, because, you're like a sailor, right? That's your... I don't know. You have a giant hammer, you build stuff, you're an artifabrian?
Yes.
And you almost... It looks like you almost killed that thing with just one... Hiya!
Yeah.
Can you teach me how to do that? I mean, I don't think I can lift super heavy stuff, but like... She proffers her little staff.
And when you ask him that, you can see him kind of like, in his kind of like carefree, jovial kind of mood, you see him kind of get a little serious, like, no.
Oh. Okay.
Just like a straight no. There's no like humor about it. It's just, no, I can't.
All right. Understood. Can I like insight?
Sure.
Yeah.
We welcome.
Yeah.
We welcome rolls against our players.
Lord.
Trauma.
I bumped my head, so that's my excuse for all these terrible rolls that I'm having. My insight is only a 7.
Maybe he got lucky.
Sasha, like, considers asking is kind of right now assuming he's a soldier, but will not press the matter and just kind of let it drop.
Okay, so we're in this cave. Karnaks are outside. They ambushed Lysnari, so I assume they're probably still close.
As you guys just did this 50-yard sprint in here, brown jets of dust kind of spout out of the ground. You're used to them. Exhaustion spread. However, they seem to be shooting out into the air, but usually they shoot straight up. But these ones are kind of spouting in different directions. As you look around what you assume to be a cave, what you also notice is there's little cracks and openings within this space, but it's like a long tunnel. And you can't really see because it's almost pitch black in here for the most part, besides those openings. But the tunnel seems to be at an angle. And you kind of hear the waves of the coast as if when you were running south in this direction, you got closer to the coastline again.
When Sasha dropped the Fabrial heart thing, did it have stormlight in it? Was it glowing?
Was.
I don't suppose anyone has any spheres, or you want to use that. I'm gonna say, priceless gem. Would I know it's a gem heart?
You would know it was made out of a gem heart. Yes.
Oh, got it.
Yes, it's made out of a gem heart that's kind of been built upon with different metals, as well as the glyphs that were inscribed into it.
Got it.
That's the special type of fabrial that this is. There's a multitude of gems kind of placed together, like built together. And with that, and what you realize as you kind of go through your own spheres, if you have any on you, anyone.
Got lots of spheres.
Yes.
Yeah.
You pull out your spheres and you realize that almost all of them are dull.
They're all done.
Done. I said dull, didn't I? They're all done.
Sorry.
Which-
Oh.
It's strange.
All of them or most of them?
All of them.
That's
I
weird.
open up the pouch that has my marks in it, and I'm like, we were just in a high storm. Shouldn't they all be lit?
They should be.
Am I crazy? Oh, okay. She just kind of ties it shut again. Oh.
Sasha, you actually, who had? Oh, Lysnari, you would have it.
I would have what?
The heart.
Yeah,
The last one to
Sasha
have it.
Oh, that's right.
Sasha kind of putting it together would say,
How big is this thing? I don't know how much Lysnari can actually.
It's like a
hold.
melon. It's a melon
Yeah.
about
Oh,
20
okay.
centimeters large. Yeah.
Got it.
Sasha would actually go and say, let me see that thing.
And as you take it back out of its bag, it illuminates what you thought was a cavern. And you now see is a room. It is a room in which has literally fallen on its side. So it's a
Oh.
massive cylinder-like room that has fallen on its side,
Like a tower.
like a tower.
Does the heart still seem decayed, or does it seem fine?
Now it's just illuminated. There are no more fissures opening on it. It just seems as though it possibly took the stormlight from your spheres.
Yeah, that's Sasha's going on. The wheels are turning. It's a fabrial that takes stormlight from spheres.
All Fabrials do that.
that much that quickly. You're the expert, but have you ever known what you all took? Must have taken several brooms out of that palace. I certainly took a few. All of our spheres are done.
Usually, that's what the tuning fork is for. You tap the tuning fork to the sphere, take the captured stormlight, and you put it into the gem in a fabrial. But if you can skip that step,
But what does it do?
Why does it need all that stormlight? Surely it's not just a lighting object. That would be silly.
And where are we?
Good question.
Is there any more of that writing in this room?
You wander around a bit if Lysnari is kind enough to light the way. And you do see more of the writing, not similar to the heart, but more similar to the writing you saw
The
on the
rock.
walls previous.
Yeah.
Oh, as we're walking and you're looking around for the writing, by the way, those symbols are from the Dawn Chant, I think. Like this,
You know,
if I recall correctly from my studies, anyway.
I was gonna kind of say a joke that it might as well be the Dawn Chant because I can't read it, and it actually is.
Yeah, I'm pretty knowledgeable about religious things, so, you know, I'm like 90% sure.
Is this the Dawn Chant too? Sasha would say, pointing at the writing in this room.
I look at it. Does it look familiar?
It looks familiar, but it doesn't look like the Dawn Chant. Go ahead and give me deduction or lore.
I'll take lore, please. Am I doing, am I raising the stakes? On
No.
this one as well? No,
Not on
not
this
doing
one.
that anymore. Okie dokie. And go. Jeez. I don't have any opportunities, do I? Nope.
You
That
spent them all.
is sadly a 4 total.
A 4.
Rip.
You do not know which era this writing specifically is from, but it is old. Very old. What you do notice is there is a opening, but further down this way with light illuminating out of it. And you see kind of water dripping from that into a small puddle. Zavren, you immediately think of one of the reasons why you're out here.
Cram.
There's a puddle of creme. And I assume you guys would have brought something so that you can carry the creme back. So I'm just going to throw that in there. Just
Yeah.
I have a pouch.
Yeah, put it in your pouch.
I am going to, as I see Zavren like get out a bucket to collect this creme, I'm going to get out some of the paper that I keep with me and my pen. And I'm just going to start writing as much of the stuff that's on this wall as I can and just recording it. I'm not going to be able to replicate the walls or anything like that, but I'm just going I'm going to try my best. Obviously, it's hard with a language you don't understand, but going to do my best to copy as much as I can onto the paper that I have with the time that we have.
Absolutely. Go ahead. Everyone, give me another deduction, investigation, as you guys are kind of like scanning this very old building.
Okay.
You notice that on the sides of the walls, there seems to be like stone staircases that kind of like wrap around what's to you a wall.
22.
The ceiling, but kind of wraps, and then all the way at the end, there's a wall that would technically be the ceiling to this building. We got a 22 and what else? I'm sorry,
14.
14.
15.
15.
Mhm.
With a 14, you closer to that area of this space, Zavren, as you're picking up the creme and dumping it in. You look over to the side and you see a little guy. Little, what looks like a figurine, a man made out of rock, and like it's there are etchings that kind of light up across its face and body, like cracks of if you were at the forge, stone can't, well, not stone, metals can heat up to this uh temperature, and those are kind of like creases all across its body. Its arms are kind of crossed, got a pudgy little belly, and where its hair would be, it's kind of a swirl of sorts, and then curls at the top. And he's got a rotund face, pinchable cheeks, and it's kind of like this. And it moves.
What is that?
Is what you say. And Lysnari and Sasha, you're still at the other end. You very quick, Zavren, turn to them to like get their attention, turn back, and the individual's gone. What you do notice is behind whatever that was, you see a majestic kind of like picture, artwork that has been carved into what you now know is the wall of a building, of a stone building. And it is a majestic individual in a suit of armor kind of soaring through what you assume to be a sky. It has a massive shard blade in its hand as it ascends.
What did you say?
Did you two see that?
See what?
There was a figurine, a little statue of a portly little man.
Did you hit your head?
No, I'm a little hungry though, but it must be the exhaustion.
Lysnari, what you notice is as Zavren brings up exhaustion, Spren, as well as just, this has been a day. A lot's been happening. You're trying to understand like what. Okay, we kind of maybe stirred up the Karnax. Yes, that might be on us. We survived a high storm that statistically shouldn't be possible. And as you start thinking of all these processes, little logic spren begin to light around you.
Oh.
But they are misshapen. They don't look like logic spren when usually you see maybe an ardent working on something, or a conversation between two debaters. They're usually flashes and pulses of like a certain shape, but these ones are off. They're kind of fuzzy, like if for us in the real world, staticky, like a TV that's out.
Sasha would gently like hit Zavren on the chest and say, "Don't discount your instincts. Something weird is going on."
Who has the Fabrial right now?
Lysnari.
Lysnari still has it.
Lysnari still has it, and with your 22, Sasha, you notice that same where Zavren pointed, that staircase that like spirals through this whole building kind of leads to another opening on the other end of this.
Using my history expertise, would I know who the who's being portrayed, like what the figure is that was on the wall?
Absolutely. These are the heretical knights radiant from the pre-Recreant era. Recreant era.
Okay, I guess I would go to the staircase and see where it goes.
You walk through well, it's kind of like an opening, but you'd technically
Yeah.
be walking up these stairs into what you assume is the next level of this building, and what you
Because
see
it's sideways, it's a little bit weird, I guess.
exactly, and where you would be on like the quote unquote what you assume to be the wall of the next part of this building. You see a room that is a little bit smaller than the room you came out of, possibly 15 feet long in this case, even though it would be tall if the building was standing upright. In the center, you see a massive broken fabrial of a gem heart, covered in wiring of some sort of metal. And then you see a another fabrial kind of placed within the floor of this building, but you look at it as the wall.
Hey, Zev, you mind giving me your fabrial eyes?
Yeah. There's also art over here.
Yeah, it's the Lost Radiance.
What?
Really? I like turn.
With this gem right here.
I'm still holding this thing. This melon-sized thing.
Very
And
expensive melon.
Zavren will walk over. What do you
And you
have?
notice Sasha said that very nonchalantly,
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
like. But yeah, I would point to the two fabrials, just kind of like, do you ever see anything like these before?
The fabrial that is the massive one is about the size of Sasha, and it's like embedded in the center of
Oh
the
damn!
quote unquote floor. Sorry, I should have been more descriptive of that. The structure of it is similar to a fabrial you would use to take spheres that are illuminating with stormlight, place them within a lamp, but you want all the light to project in a certain direction.
Hmm.
What
Like
we
a
would
s-
look at
a
flashlight.
spotlight. Or a
Yeah.
flashlight.
Or a flashlight or a spotlight, yeah. But it's massive, and it's attached to this building.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen something like this before, but it's almost like this is a lighthouse. Those slots, you'd put spheres there. The polished plate would reflect the light.
Does that set off any alarm bells for me?
None of you know of any lighthouses.
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
No. Not any lighthouses, but
No,
none
lighthouses
stationed in this
exist.
spot.
Oh, got it.
They exist, but just there wasn't one that you guys.
Yeah, I was
knew of
gonna
in
say
this spot.
I would just kind of use my history expertise. Like, have there ever been any settlements in this area outside
Not
of
that you know of.
Yeah, Vadenar?
Lysnari, do you catch up with everyone else?
Oh yeah. When I do have a question though.
Mhm.
I see these weird logic spread, right?
Right.
What's different about them? You said they look different.
Their shaping is wrong, and the way that they're moving is incorrect. Like I said, instead of the flashing light, like usually how
Like the
logic span
static
work, it's more of a
sparkles, yeah.
static.
Oh. I'm like gonna swat at the spread to see if it like dissipates.
After a while, the logic friend will leave. But as you walk up, and this fabrial is still humming, You walk into this room, and both of you realize the second Fabrial is also humming. Like humming at the same tone as the Fabrial that Lysnari walks in with.
Oh, that's a fun sound.
Yeah, I was doing that before.
Let me see that.
Here.
And Zavren is going to walk over to this big Fabrial and bring it, the one that Lysnari has in her hands, he's going to bring it closer to this one that's the size of Sasha and see if there's any increase in frequency or vibration.
That one also begins to hum as you bring it closer. So the one that was kind of like a table embedded into the floor or the wall, that one was humming at first, and now this one is humming as you get closer. As you know, as an Artifabrian, you're assuming the energy of the Stormlight from the Fabrial is causing it, but unless you can transfer the Stormlight over, you're just shocked that it's humming, but it shouldn't be working unless...
This shouldn't be working. These ancient devices have no Stormlight in them. They have... I don't even see any gems embedded in here, but for some reason it's reacting. Sasha, I don't know what you stole, but I've never seen anything like this.
Sasha's racking their brain, trying to figure out what this does and why they were tasked with stealing it. And it's like they have a big piece of the puzzle, but not the whole thing.
Just the word possibility comes to your mind as you're thinking. You guys have enough spheres to possibly try to jerry-rig either of these Fabrials if you would like to.
We've done spheres, but I guess we could... I think Sasha will try to insert a sphere into where spheres are supposed to go and see if that does anything.
I will give you guys what would that be? Your crafting roll, Zavren?
Yes, but also...
I would like a 15, please. But yes, go ahead.
Since we leveled up,
Oh?
I now have a specialist expertise in Fabrial crafting.
Oh.
What does specialist do?
It is...
It is remember just, it is
the only way you can get it is through the Artifabrian tree. That's what specialist means. But I just have an expertise in Fabrial crafting now, and maybe I should have had that for the level 1, but I have it at level 2 now.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It might gain specialist. Okay. I will have you roll this, and especially with Sasha helping, just add your proficiency again. And with Sasha aiding you at advantage.
Okay.
All right, what did you get?
A 22.
With a 22, you guys are able to take the spheres that you have elected with you, place them within... Which Fabrial did you want to do?
I want to try something. With this, we're calling it the melon. Now it's called the melon.
Yeah, the melon.
It's called the heart. It doesn't
Yeah.
have a heart.
All right.
Go ahead.
The heart. The melon heart.
The melon.
He has his kind of armored apron on, and he reaches down in one of the pockets and he pulls out a tuning fork, and he places it to the heart and then places it on one of the dun spheres to try to pull some of that stormlight out of the heart.
Sasha was gonna
Fantastic.
try the same thing.
Hell yeah!
And as you
Sasha.
do, you hear a tone that, oddly enough, you've heard today. The tone, it kind of matches the screams of the Karnaks when you hit them.
Oh,
And then as you place your tuning fork to the heart, a portion of it glows, just one specific portion, and then that light pulls from it and goes into the sphere. And that begins to light up. Are you trying to turn this Fabrial on?
yes. Did we want to? I'll leave it up to all of us. Did we want to do the lighting fabrial, or you said there's like a table, like an altar type thing?
Like
I
an
was gonna
alternate.
try the lighting first and then the
I
table.
was also thinking about the lighting fabrial.
All right, the lighting Fabrial, you notice the stormlight kind of bounces around within the Fabrial itself. I need everyone to roll me. What would I call this? Let me look at y'all's character sheets. One moment.
I'm pretty good at
Demiplane.
everything but hitting things and lying to people.
Demiplane is loading for 10 minutes. Shout out to Demiplane though. Still. Read me off your physical stats, guys.
I got 0 strength, 0 athletics, 0 heavy weaponry, 4 agility.
Defense, I'm sorry, your defensive ones.
Oh,
Oh,
11.
physical 13.
Oh, okay, that's
14.
And 1
Jeez.
deflect if that matters.
I am baby.
okay. This would be. You know what? We'll just throw it into athletics. Everybody, make me an athletics roll.
Huzzah.
Plus 0.
As this Fabrial
Same.
turns on, and
10.
as if you guys just turned on a
Same.
giant light bulb, you flashbang yourselves
Oh no.
and are blinded for a moment. The heat from the Fabrial bouncing that stormlight off repetitively into the gem heart. This massive. This would be a gem heart. This is a gem heart.
That
But
is
it's-
a natural 1 of 5.
Yeah,
Oh,
boy.
none of you can see.
Turn it off.
I'm looking.
Turn it
into
off. Turn it off.
You're supposed to warn someone before you do that.
Oh,
The light itself, you guys can't see, but is bleeding through the cracks in the stone in this space. Possibly all the way to your ship, they could see this light. Oh, did we lose Chris?
no, I'm here.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
we did.
I think we did. We did lose.
Oh, he's back.
Oh yeah, the stream lagged a sec. Okay, we're back
Oh.
though.
Are we back? Okay, good.
Let me refresh.
are we back?
I think we're back.
Yes, it's still going for me.
Okay.
I think we had a little
Then we're
blip.
Yeah,
good.
it's.
We're good.
Yep.
We're good.
I think we're back.
Yeah, you were still there, but we all. That's funny. But with that, you guys are just blinded for a moment. Your eyesight starts to come back. Little spren kind of blinking, kind of like when you see spots after you've been blinded. They're actual spots in the air from the spren that are trying to mimic what you guys have just witnessed as the light kind of starts to dim. As it was just a small amount of stormlight that you added to it, but it was capable of doing that.
Let's do the other one and hope it's not bright lights.
Oh,
Ow.
this must be some sort of amplifier. Oh my, that was a sphere's worth of light.
I'm gonna take the sphere out and ow.
And with the
Well-
20 from before, if you guys would like to turn on the table, you can.
Would love to turn on the table and hope that it does not blind us.
It doesn't
Oh, how
blind,
the
it
turns
maims.
tabled.
Right?
Yeah.
A massive light begins to blink in, and you kind of shield your eyes at first.
Yeah, like not again.
And a spherical, not just a circle, of blue that kind of surrounds the table at first. After a moment, a greenish shape kind of builds itself in the space of within the blue circle. After a while, very intricate brown splotches, like a painting itself, is kind of illuminating, all made of light. And then after a while, you start to see this whitish cloud, kind of elongated cloud, kind of push in a curve, pushing itself across the green space of this image. You ponder for a moment, and because all three of you have looked at a multitude of maps, this is a map of Roshar, made of light.
That's amazing.
Have you ever seen something like this before?
I've never seen anything like this before. I mean, I've seen war maps before, but nothing projected like this.
Do they look like, do the shapes look like hologram type? Is it like kind of 3D for us?
It's very 3D. It's just plastered on the wall floor.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Yeah,
it. She just
but-
kind of reaches out and is like,
Yeah, put your hand
Absolutely.
through it.
You
Through-
both stick your
through the
hand
light.
through, and it buzzes out for a moment, and
Oh.
then you pull your hand back, and it kind of moves in a wave, similar to the wave that you saw when Zavren pulled the Stormlight from the gem heart. This is made of Stormlight.
oh. And you said there is a blue shape, a curved shape moving over the map.
A grayish, curved line or wave, kind of pushing its way through the map.
I'm pretty certain I know what it is, but is Lysnari able to intuit what this represents?
With
I
a very
think-
with the
I
very
think we're
high
all thinking
deduction
it.
you have, and the fact that you're looking at if you look at where you are on the map and you see the wave has just passed that, then yes, you would be able to understand that that is the Highstorm.
Yeah.
It's tracking.
Sasha would just say it's the Highstorm.
How? That's what I want to know.
Well, there are
That- No, you good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
there are some fabrials like alerters that you can attune it to some things. Highstorm, from what I've read, I'm no storm warden, but the books I've read about the Highstorm is maybe this is some kind of alerter that tracks large amounts of stormlight.
Zavren, the Knights of Radiant were the betrayers,
Mm-hmm.
the heretics. It's confusing to see that they had technology like this that seems to be so helpful to humanity. And you just think to yourself, why would they want to betray?
Not only why would they want to betray, but also why haven't we recovered to this level?
Yeah, so that's what Sasha's actually say. If the Storm Wardens had technology like this, there would never be another ship lost to a high storm
Sasha,
in the world.
if the Storm Wardens had technology like this, there wouldn't be Storm Wardens.
Yeah.
And as you say that, just kind of fizzles out as the stormlight is used up.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
You see me off to the side, furiously writing on some parchment.
Yeah, at that point, Sasha's actually going to put away their pen and paper that they were recording the writing on, and will say, well, we definitely are going to want to report this when we get to the Palaneum.
And you realize that this lighthouse has tools, or just basically there to assist wayfarers that, just normal people. As you look around, you kind of see by that table there seems what you think to be attached to the fabrial is actually a loosened, like it's another tool or another fabrial attached to it. It's a cylinder-like disc of sorts, made of a silvery metal, and there are a few intricate gems that are still within it, but they seem to be cracked. But it looks like it's about the size of a hand's width.
Oh, we can carry that. Does it come off?
Yes. As you reach for it and you grab it, and it's just loose, and you just hook it off. It looks like it would be wrapped around someone's wrist.
Yes, Lysnari.
Do I know what that, GM, do I know what that is?
You do not.
Okay.
It seems to be more old age technology of the past, of specifically the Recreance era. My mouse died. Lol.
I know you said. I know you said you can't wait to report this to the Palaneum. But do they deserve this information, Sasha?
Explain.
Isn't it obvious?
You bringing information about the Knights Radiant it doesn't often end up good.
No good deed goes unpunished. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying in a room full of ardents, the last thing you want to do is be spouting about the amazing things we found here.
And you think we should forget about it?
No. I say we learn from it.
Zavren, are you a good person?
I try to be.
Eli thinks so.
What an astute conversation. Lysnari, you look at your shoulder, and you see an ebony, small-statured man in an elegant outfit, regal in his stature. Hair is kind of combed back, slick as the rest of his body. Chiseled face that's kind of angular in all the proportions. The long nose. What do you believe, Brightness?
Well, I should think that if you were to take such technologies to people who are clearly not ready for it, that it would destroy such technology rather than use it, don't you think?
And Zavren and Sasha, you just hear Lysnari spout that.
Who are
And
you talking
Lysnari,
to?
you blink and the figure is gone.
Oh,
Did we see the statue or no?
You
Or
did
the
not,
figure?
because you guys were
No.
talking face
Yeah,
to
yeah,
face with
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah.
another.
well, the she just makes a little motion like to imply something was on her shoulder.
You
You
saw the
really hit her
statue
head.
man.
I saw a statue man.
I saw it too.
What did yours look like? Mine, he was very regal. His hair
Oh.
was pushed back, very inky.
No, mine was more chiseled and portly.
Oh, that sounds nice. Did he say anything to you? Mine asked me my opinion.
I don't think he said anything to me, did he? I don't. No, no. He just disappeared.
Well, I wasn't going to be rude to him and say nothing, but it was surprising.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
You know what? Fair enough. I did ask you that earlier, so.
No, you two. Stop. You're both brilliant. You should stop pretending like you don't trust your own senses.
We just had a fight.
Okay.
We just had a battle with some very large, tall-like creatures.
We're standing in a lighthouse that must predate the desolations that can project a map of Roshar with a mural of the Lost Radiance on it. And if you said that to anyone else back in Vadenar, they would think that you'd bumped your head. Point being,
Which Lysnari did.
you should trust yourselves a little bit more about what you saw or didn't see.
Why? Did you see a little statue too?
No,
Maybe he was a spren.
The study of Spren is vast, but talking Spren.
Yeah, that's new.
Yes, there are such things as Spren taking humanoid form, flame Spren, when Spren can do it the same. But the intricacies of the supposed Spren that you witness, you have not to see anything that detailed. But as you all are thinking these things, you're also reminded that you are wounded. You have wounded waiting for you.
Yeah.
And you have the supplies that they need.
Let's mark this on whatever maps we have back on the ship when we get there. Get the creme. Hopefully we don't have large monsters outside, and this is enough to repair the ship.
Any spare metal in this lighthouse? I don't want to destroy the fabrials.
The fabrials, yeah.
I'm gonna do a luck check. How well was this building built? Buildings have foundations. You tell me what Zavren does to try to find that metal.
Well, you do have a large hammer.
He does. He looks up, he kind of takes a mental blueprint of this tower that's laying down on its side. And he kind of goes to the base of it, which I guess would be the wall where the lighting fabric would be. And he kind of he turns the hammer around, which has the the pick side of it, and he starts kind of just chiseling away at the floor to see if he can find any sort of to us it'd be like rebar essentially.
Correct. And what you realize is that that is exactly what you see in this ancient building. It was somehow built with that understanding of how to support a building is to use metals like that. And you find some of the metal that you seek. Problem is trying to break it and get it out of here.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's metal. Problem is I can't get it out.
That is a conundrum.
I don't suppose either of you have a soulcaster on you, do you?
Last I checked, no.
That was a joke. I hope you didn't.
Nope, definitely not me.
All right, well, let's get back to the ship. Maybe I can grab some of the lads and we can chisel some of this out later, but that creme shall do the job.
And as
Alright.
you guys make your way out of this space, kind of walking around the space in which you found the Cornax, and head back.
And as we
I
leave
want-
the cave, as he leaves the cave, he has like his mace in hand, like kind of ready just in case.
Yeah. Sasha, also, I would like to try to find my grappling hook if it is somewhere on the
Ooh,
beach.
You know what? That'll be the last roll of the night. Go ahead and give
Ooh,
me.
the grappling
boy.
hook roll.
Uh-oh.
Let's do a wonderful. That would be deduction.
That's 14 plus 4, 18.
Ooh.
Yep. And you see a multitude of all types of footprints in the space. But you do see the grappling hook out in the open by the sand. Foliage is very far away from that space enough that you feel confident that you could just scoop it and
Literally
before any
going
Cornet
to
show.
grab it quick and then like look around, like waiting for an ambush, but then put it in the pack.
And as you look around, you notice that the rain, since you guys were in that lighthouse, the rain has stopped. And it's mainly just wind. And you can hear the silence of Roshar around you. And that,
Let's do it quietly this time.
and as you guys quietly and stealthily make your way back to the ninth light, we end tonight's episode of The Dying Storm. With the resources you need for your friends.
Did we find
You-
food?
I will say that with the herbs, and also you passed the skill checks and everything. With the rock buds that Lysnari found, some of those are edible, as well as the Highstorm has secluded, which means you guys can fish. You don't want to fish right after Highstorm because you might catch yourself a nice little Cornac. Yeah. That's what the fisherman was trying to say.
Yep.
But thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Dying Storm. We will have a full cast next week.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think
Alright.
so.
So we will be excited to see y'all then. Have a wonderful night. Take care. And remember, journey before destination.
Bye,
Good night.
everyone.
Bye.